Hey guys, the Unsmooth Criminal, and I'm here to tell you about the new what if I'm going to try to do. I will. I will have fun. But this is the new what if, and it's what if Deku was a vampire Neko? And everybody's like, what is a Neko? If you're American, but if you're on the continent that is not the American one, then you're probably like, oh, uh, okay. But if you're American, a Neko is literally a cat, just said in a different language. And a vampire Neko is a cat that drinks blood. So that's why you see that. Especially that's why you see that. I have to thank Laz on Discord for giving me some images. Giving me a lot of images. I'm going to use pretty much all of them. And if I don't use pretty much all of them, I'm probably going to try to use them for clickbait on some other videos when I find out how to do that. So you can thank Laz if you go on the Discord and just thank Laz. She is very, very good with finding images, and I wouldn't have been able to get good images for you guys. It would have just been a crappy little image that I find random on the internet. Now that ranting's over, thank Mina for also helping me with a quick few ideas for this. So we start off with a little child being born, and this little child is born, and she is very skinny and like malnourished than most children, and they don't know why. They tried to feed her milk. She just hacks it back up. They tried to feed her whole food. She doesn't chew it. And one of the doctors who has a vampiric quirk, who has to have blood every month, once a month, and can have normal food, sees the fangs and is like, okay, let's try blood. So they get a blood from the donors, and they say this could save a little child's life, and thank you for donating. And they go, you're welcome. So this doctor brings it over to this little child, and he feeds her the blood. And he sees that she is drinking it very fast and a lot of it. And it's like, oh crap, she has a vampiric quirk. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I was just talking to Roman Mina. Great guy. He's helping me with all the bot stuff, and he's one of my admins. He's actually my first admin. And so we go to a year later, and she's fully manifested her quirks, her Neko quirk and her vampiric quirk, because they're both mutations. And so she is currently only able to drink blood. And the parents don't know what they're going to do because they can't afford to keep asking people to donate blood, or they can't buy the blood from the blood banks to help, because blood banks normally just sell their blood to the hospitals, not actually give them out. Very few vampire mutation quirks have died out a while ago. So she has the vampiric mutations, and she's able to turn into a bat. She's able to fly with wings that she can grow, and she's able to change her fucking Christ, I can't speak. She's able to change her size depending on what she wants. If she wants to be small, she can change her size to a 4-year-old, and that's it later in life. But if she wants to be big, she can change her size to be a 21-year-old, and that's it. And she's going to have a longer lifespan because she literally takes vitality from other people's blood. So, oh crap. And she has all the weaknesses of a cat. She's easily distracted. She loves catnip, and she is a laser pointer addiction. And she loves playing. She she loves playing. And she found someone who has a quirk similar to hers and is a blood quirk. And she has a mutation to where she has cat-like eyes and fangs like a vampire. And her name is Toga. I need to thank Mina again for the ship. God damn it, Mina, you're helping so much. I should just call this the Unsmooth Mina. Because you're literally taking over the channel. I'm the criminal. You stole my channel, though. Jesus Christ. You come up with most of the ideas now. Oh my god. I'm gonna need to disconnect from Discord and just make up ideas on that make me laugh and see if you guys like it. And if you guys like Mina's ideas better, oh crap. Looks like he's taking over the channel. But let's get back on topic. So they get along, and when they turn 4, Toga finds out that she can literally copy quirks. She can copy them as long as she's able to transform into them, and she has a time limit of an hour at a full pint of blood, but she gets full after a full pint of blood, and she can't drink anymore for the rest of the day. And it gets significantly she needs significantly less blood the less time she wants to do it. So if she just wants 5 minutes, she just needs a drop of blood. But if she starts drinking other people's blood, she has the same benefit. But once it hits midnight, once it hits 24 hours after she drank the blood, she can start drinking the blood again and get the same benefits as a drop giving 5 minutes, 2 drops giving 7.5 minutes, 3 drops giving him less and less, and up to a pint, giving him an hour. I don't know how to really give that a scoring, giving her an hour. And so they're having fun, and one day Toga walks to school all beat up. And oh my god. Yui, I'm gonna call her Yui because I think. Hold on. Well, her name is just Yui. That's all. But so the years that Toga and her spend together, Toga's been coming to school more and more bruised and beaten. And one year, when they're 10, and this is gonna have a lot to do with her personality. When Toga came to school when they're 10, Yui broke mentally. She's like, who the fuck is hurting you? And she's worried about Toga, and Toga's felt this worry from Yui a lot. And she finally snapped at Toga to tell her who is hurting her, and this is the first time that Toga's ever heard Yui yell. And Toga's like, it's not that big of a deal. And Yui's like, what the fuck? Of course it's a big deal. You're my best friend. And she's giving all these reasons why Toga needs to tell her what it's happening and what's going on. And if Yui didn't have the regeneration she does, she would have the exact same bruises. And Yui's been called a monster by everybody, and the only one who doesn't call her a monster is Toga. So Toga says, fine, 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 just calm down, calm down. And Toga says, my father is very abusive, and this is before school, and Yui is just, I'm gonna kill him. And she thinks I'm just gonna kill him. I'm gonna kill him and kill the rest of the damn villains in this city. And she's saying this out loud, and Toga's like, whoa, 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 whoa. Aren't you trying to be a hero? And she goes, I can still be a hero. I may not legally be a hero. I can still be a hero, though. And Toga's like, yeah, you may be right, but if someone catches you, you're done for. And she goes, I don't care. And Toga goes, okay, but don't get yourself hurt, okay? Because Toga's been with her long enough to know when Yui puts her mind to something, you can't stop her, no matter what. So, we skip to a few days later, and Toga walks home and sees that her front door has been kicked in by somebody. And Yui wasn't at school, and the teacher didn't notice, didn't care, and doesn't ever call Yui or Toga for roll. She just marks them as there. Just to keep the pay going for them, because she doesn't give a shit, the teacher. And Toga walks home, she sees the door kicked open, and she walks in, and she finds her dad dead on the floor. Absolutely no blood near him. And Toga's like, the fuck? So she walks up to her dad and she pokes him and no reaction. She pokes him again, no reaction. And she starts to smile and grin, and she walks over to her parents' room. And she walks in and she sees her whore of a mother dead in the bed. She's dead there. And she gets a big fat grin, and she's like, and there's absolutely no blood here too. Someone must have been hungry. And she walks to the back porch and says, you must have been hungry. And she goes, damn. Yeah. The blood of an asshole tastes good. And Toga goes, did you kill him before or after you drank their blood? And she goes, yes. And Toga goes, good. So they suffered a little bit before they finally croaked. And she goes, yeah. I think I went overboard, though. And Toga goes, nah. They deserved it. And Yui goes, okay. If you say so. So Yui goes, oh, I also took care of my own parents. Because they didn't give a shit about me, so we're on our own. And Yui's really overprotective of Toga. So when they found Dobby in the forest, his arm's smoking, his chin he has a scar on his chin from him accidentally using his quirk on his own face. And he has scars on his legs, and he's just wincing in pain every time he moves. They walk up to him and go, well, Yui walks up to him and goes, who the fuck are you? And she doesn't care what she says anymore. She doesn't care who she talks to. And he goes, oh, fuck, are you a hero? And she goes, no. And he goes, okay, well, then I'm no threat to you. I'm just gonna go to the water. And he walks towards the river, and she goes, fucking weirdo. And walks back to Toga and goes, well, he's a burnt chicken nugget. And Toga starts to giggle, going, yeah, he kind of does look like that. And Yui says, you want to go have some fun with some villains? And Toga goes, yeah. So they go around town for the next year or so, and they kill and murder villains, but their MO is one of the villains is completely drained of blood, and the other is just in his own pool of blood and bodily fluids because he got so terrified he shit and pissed himself. And they normally go after men and sometimes women if they're doing horrid crimes. And one of the times that they had to have a long, extensive fight with was when they went up against a organization. And this was only one of the hideouts of this organization. And Toga walks in and says, well, it's time to have some fun. And grabs out a little syringe and puts a drop of blood on her tongue and swallows it and goes, time to have some fun. And she starts using Yui's quirk, and Yui goes, it's so weird how you can do that. And Yui starts shredding them and sucking their blood and being a literal vampire to them. And after like 30-ish minutes, the final scream is silenced by Yui sucking their blood. And Yui's chin down her throat, all over her cleavage, and some of her shirt that she has to change every once in a while is covered in blood. And she goes, that was a good feasting. And Toga goes, yeah, I got all their quirks. Some of them didn't have very strong quirks. So I might give those to you to have a little snack later. And she goes, yeah, I'm full. And she flops on her butt and back and she lays there going, this was good, and slowly passes out. And Toga knows this side of her and goes, well, she's not moving. And Toga lays next to her and starts cuddling with her, and she cuddles back. And they're on a literal body of mountain of bodies. A body of mountains. That makes sense, doesn't it? Oh my god. A mountain of bodies. And so, oh crap. One hero who has a good sense of smell smells fresh blood. And he contacts Aizawa and says that he smells blood, and Aizawa comes up and says, what is it, Mad Dog? And he says, fresh blood. Follow. And Aizawa follows them and finds two girls cuddling on the top of roughly 120 dead villains. And they're like, okay. And Izumi wakes up and she flicks her head towards them, and she starts hissing like a cat, saying, stay away. Shh. 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 And hissing like a cat, a legitimate cat, trying to protect Toga. And Aizawa sees this and goes, whoa, 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 we're not here to hurt you. And she points at Mad Dog and goes, bad. Because her cat senses are saying, dog, run away. But her protective senses are saying, protect Toga at all costs. And Aizawa goes, okay. Mad Dog, can you please step outside? And he goes, sure. Aizawa is getting somewhat into ready of a fighting stance, and he also whispers, Mad Dog, if you feel any hostility towards us, you come running in and help, okay? And Mad Dog goes, okay. And he walks outside, and he's getting a little mad. Mad Dog mad. And it was about to try to talk, and Aizawa clicked a button on his muzzle to keep him quiet. Because when he gets too mad, he starts barking. So Aizawa says, okay, he's going. Now, I'd like to know your names and what you're doing on a mountain of dead bodies. And they go, oh, Izumi, damn it, Yui says, oh, well, I'm Yui, and this is Toga. We are orphans, and we are also vigilantes. And she's just saying that casually, because she knows Eraserhead's a pro hero, and he's an underground hero that has a very good quirk, but she also knows that he can't affect mutation quirks. So she looks at him and goes, if you want to activate your eyes, go right ahead. It won't do anything. And he goes, so you know who I am? And she goes, no shit, Sherlock. I know exactly who you are. I know who every single hero is, too. And he goes, well, then why'd you freak out about him? And she goes, I'm part cat, dumbass. You not see the tail and ears? And he goes, oh, yeah. Oops. He's part dog. She's like, and he goes, I know. I understand. About that, can you answer the second question? And she goes, no. Without her permission, I'm not answering the second question. And Yui starts hugging Toga again. Toga hugs her back. And Toga's still asleep. And Yui starts purring, and Aizawa's like, oh my god. So precious. And he's like, okay, then if you're not answering the second question, how about this? How old are you? And she goes, oh, 13. And she goes back to snuggling with Toga and purring and purring while she's on Toga. And Toga starts to wake up slowly, and she sees Eraserhead and freaks out because she wasn't expecting anybody to be there. And Yui's hugging Toga and being like, it's okay, he's not gonna hurt us. And she's still purring and just snuggling her head into Toga's chest because Toga is growing a very well defined chest region. And Toga goes, oh, okay, and she starts patting Yui's head and saying, you can stop now, I'm up, I'm standing up. And she goes, I like it here. And she shrinks slightly, and she's the perfect size to be under Toga's chest region, just underneath it. Like how, if you guys have seen that time I got reincarnated as slime, Rimuru Tempest is the perfect size to stand underneath Shion's region and that. So, oh crap. Fuck. So, yeah. So, Aizawa says, okay, now that you're both up, I would like to ask you a question. I would like to know the truth, honest answer, if you wouldn't mind. Why are you on a bunch of dead bodies? And Izumi says, I wouldn't answer until you woke up. And Toga goes, okay, I would like to refrain from answering that, but since you are here and you kind of have been waiting for me to wake up, he goes, I honestly haven't been waiting for you to wake up. I just literally finished asking her a question. She goes, oh, well, I refrained from answering your question for a while. He goes, okay, so I have another question. Are you or are you not the vampiric duo? And Toga goes, well, we have a vampiric cat and we have a normal girl that has the ability to copy quirks if she drinks someone's blood. So I think so. If there's another vampiric cat and a girl that can copy quirks by drinking blood, then nope. Azal goes, okay, since you're 13, I have a proposition for you, but you might not like it. And she goes, if it's going to UA, I agree. I don't know about her. And she points at Yui, and Yui goes, I'll follow you. I follow you. That's all I care about is following you. And she hugs Toga again, and she's rubbing herself on Toga's chest and purring. And Toga goes, okay, that settles it. We're going to UA then. We don't like the second option. And he goes, oh, the second option was UA, but sure, let's go with that. And Toga goes, okay, then the first option. We don't like the second option. Then the second option. We don't like the first option. And he goes, I understand. But you also have to have a tracker on you at all times, and we must know how to make sure that you don't go on rampages like this. And Toga goes, oh, that's easy. Just you need to find some way to fix my sadistic personality and my craving for blood. Because I love watching blood drip. Crimson, the feeling when it just touches your tongue. And Yui is getting shivers when Toga is getting shivers because they both like the scent and sight of blood. Mainly, Yui's getting hungry from it and from the envisioning of blood. She goes, "Stop! I'm getting hungry." And Toga goes, "Oh, sorry, I forgot." And she eats blood. That's the only thing she can eat. And he goes, "So you're a legitimate vampire?" And she goes, "Yeah, except vampires can't go into the daylight. I can go into daylight." And he goes, "Okay, I understand." Before I go any further into the backstory, I have a question for you guys. Would you guys like me to do a twin or yeah, a sister's combo with the cat in the harem of High School DxD and the cat in the bad group in High School DxD? Forget the names of the groups. So the cat that has sworn, the rook that has sworn allegiance to Rhys Grimmery, and the cat that is her sister. Would you guys like me to do that? What if? Someone recommended it to me, and I didn't recognize the name of the character until he described the character to me of being the sister of the cat for the High School DxD harem. And I understood it after that. So if you guys want me to do that, put it in the comments. Join my Discord. I'm going to put that in the description. Hopefully I remember to put it in the description. So, yeah. And if you have any questions, hit up Roman Mina. Or if I'm on, hit me up. Yeah. So let's get back to the start. So Aizawa says, okay, he walks out to the door and says, Mad Dog, you're not needed here. I'm taking these girls to the police station to get the deal done. And he goes, okay. And he walks back towards UA and says, I'll be at my doghouse. And Aizawa goes, okay. Can you tell? Oh, one more thing. And Mad Dog looks back and says, can you tell Nezu that we're gonna need a cat castle in the dorms? And Mad Dog, his eyes start switching, going, cat castle? And Aizawa goes, never mind, I'll tell him. And he goes, Okay. And he starts running back to UA because he's about to go crazy from the mention of a cat because he chases cats all the time. And he freaks out when a cat's mentioned. And Yui and Toga, Yui's currently in the 4-year-old form, riding on Toga's shoulders and hugging Toga's head. And her tail's whipping Toga because why not? It's a fluffy tail too. And Yui does have a collar on, and it has her name on it. It was a gift from Toga, so it has a pair of fangs and a face of a cat. No, it doesn't have the face of a cat. It has the image of a. It has the face of a bat with fangs, which can also be misinterpreted as a cat. So Toga walks out, and Yui's on Toga's shoulders because she just follows Toga everywhere. And Toga says, "Okay, where are we going first?" Aizawa says we have to go to the police station first, and Toga's, I'm sorry, but I can't go there. And he goes, why? And she goes, my father was a police officer, and he abused the shit out of me. I'm not going back there. And he goes, okay, then I'll have a trusted police officer that is not in uniform come to my house to get the bargain and plea deal done so you guys can join UA. And she goes, okay. It seems a little complicated, but okay. And he goes, I'm hopefully gonna be able to get you guys into UA and hopefully get you guys situated in UA. And I'll be right back. I gotta check on something. Okay, I'm back. So, after a few days of Yui and Toga staying at Aizawa's, Naomasa Suguichi, or Suguichi Naomasa, whatever you want to say it, whichever order you prefer, comes over and brings the paperwork for Aizawa to adopt them so they can stay under his roof and be under his charge. And uh Toga has gotten really close to midnight, Aizawa's wife, and she's become a little bit of a sadist. And the only volunteer she's ever had is Yui, and Yui says that if she does it to any other person, Yui will make her life a living hell, in her words. And Toga goes, okay. So we skip another year. They're 14. And Toga and Yui have gotten to know Aizawa and Midnight very well. They literally call them mom and dad now. Yui still won't leave Toga's side if she can. But sometimes Yui does leave Toga's side, but that's when she needs to leave Toga's side. And that's when Toga goes in for mental rehabilitation, so she's not as sadistic, but she's still going to be sadistic because of Midnight. And she's not addicted to blood anymore. And Yui doesn't help with that, so she forces herself to eat in a separate room than Toga, because she literally drinks out of a blood bag or a thermos that has blood that has been refrigerated or warmed up for her. And Yui and Toga have been homeschooled by Nezu because Nezu knows that if they go to a school, they're just going to be treated like they did before they got kicked out of school and they went rogue, basically, or on a rampage. And Hi, Leo. My Neko is here. He's a butt. He's a friggin' asshole. Yes, you're a butt. My cat Leo's here. So, we're now 6 months away from the entrance exams for Yui, and Yui is on a trip for a surprise to Toga. And Toga has been using a small Swiss Army knife this entire time to cut people, but they have a black market dealer that is willing to sell them weapons if they need it. So Yui asks Aizawa if she could have roughly $100, and Aizawa goes, "Why?" And she goes, "A present for Toga," and Toga's gonna want it. And he goes, "Sure." And Yui also says, "Can you teach Toga how to throw a knife? Or not throw a knife, use throwing knives." And he goes, "How do you know I could throw throwing knives?" And she goes, "I've seen how you throw the scarf. You have to have had training in some kind of throwing technique so you could throw the scarf like you do." And he goes, "I really hate how smart you are." And she goes, "Thank you. I take that as a compliment." And he goes, "Just go. Here's the $100 and just go." So she goes to her black market dealer and she walks into the door and says, "Give me your fanciest knife for draining someone of blood." And he goes, "For you or Toga?" And she goes, "Toga." And he goes, "Okay, I have just a knife for you." And he gets out a short little sword and it has a needle on one part of it. And he goes, "This needle, if you jab them with the needle, it drains just a drop of blood and you can suck it out of the end and you can suck it out of the tip of the sword and get the blood easily." And she goes, "Ooh, that could be useful. How much?" And he goes, "For my most valued customers that have been missing for a while, and I gotta go. Crap, my parents are calling." Okay, I'm back. That was a very short but interesting conversation with my father. So, okay. Leo, you can stop now. God damn it. So, where was I? Where was I? I got distracted. Let's just go. Wait. Yeah. Okay. So she's currently eating in her room. She misses eating with Toga because Toga was a is basically her light in her life, and she's been addicted to Toga's presence near her ever since she first met Toga, and Toga didn't call her a monster. And Midnight has seen this in them and is like, "Okay, I understand this." And Midnight has sent Yui and Toga both to Quirk counseling to get over uh, the prejudice of the quirks that they have. And crap, it's my mother. I'll be right back. Oh crap, now I'm really lost. My mother called me, now I'm lost. Um that's a So been going to Quirk counseling, and Toga's also been going to therapy for her addiction. She's been literally going to AA meetings because she basically has the same feeling that uh, alcohol drinkers get when they drink alcohol. They get drunk of alcohol, and her quirk side effect is she can get drunk off of blood if she drinks too much in a short amount of time. And Izumi, on the other hand, is addicted to blood, and she has to keep drinking blood or she's gonna die. So kind of can't help it. And Izumi, damn it, not Izumi, Yui is basically there for Toga to use it to her amusement because she's willing to do whatever she can to help Toga, and Toga has a sadistic side, so she kind of makes Yui bleed and watch the wound heal and then make her bleed again. And Yui's gotten a little bit masochistic from this. So this is not even close to the horror Neko story. This is nowhere even close to that one. I'm sorry, but this is nowhere even close. I need to do another part to that. I need to do the sports festival. I need your guys' help for that. But I'm just going to go to Discord right after this and talk about that. Let's get back on topic. So, we go to the entrance exams, and Yui's to sit out of the entrance exams and just wait. And Toga is to also sit out and wait, because they are guaranteed entry into UA for the villain rehabilitation program, because they were classified as villains when they were doing vigilante work. And Toga and Yui think that's bullcrap, but the government classified them as villains. So they watch and they see a blonde kid and a pink-haired kid, and they're like, holy crap, we know them. And Yui looks at the screen and sees Bakugo and goes, holy crap, it's that bastard. And Toga looks at the screen and goes, holy crap, it's Mina. And Aizawa asks them, how do you know them? And Yui says that blonde-haired Pomeranian is a bully, and he bullied us while we were in school. And that pink-haired alien. And Toga says, be nice, her name's Mina. And she goes, oops, sorry, fine, Mina. She's at course counseling with us. And he goes, oh, okay. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how bad is the bullying from Bakugo? And she goes, that's the asshole's name? Oh, I just call him Angry Pomeranian because he acts like an angry Pomeranian. And it's a scale of 10 being the worst, 1 being the best. In severity, 1.5-ish. And he goes, is 1 being the best in severity being like he does the most damage, or 1 being that he does the least damage? She goes, most damage. And he goes, oh, okay. Okay. So class 1B, he will go, and Nezu goes, no, his score will choose. And he goes, we have 2 villains in our class, and they have dealt with him before. You think that they're not going to snap and kill him? And she goes, I wouldn't kill him. I'll just chain him up and torture him 24/7 for the next few years and make sure he doesn't die. And he goes, exactly my point. And as he goes, okay, I understand. And he looks at the screen and sees Monoma. And she goes, oh, yeah, not him. He's also a bully. He thinks he's end all be all number 1. And he looks at the screen and sees Kendo. And he goes, what about her? And Izumi goes, I don't know. I've never met her before. She might have moved. She might have been at a different school close by. I've never met her before. And Toga goes, I've ran into her once, and she was at a therapist meeting. And the therapist meeting was for addictions, and she was addicted to something very strange. They go, what was she addicted to? And Toga goes, I'm going to let her explain that. I'm just going to say she has a very weird addiction. And they go, okay, is it something that we need to worry about? And she goes, for other people, no. Well, No, not for other people. It's completely safe for other people. For her, maybe a little. Maybe. And I'm going to end it there. So, you guys can guess who's going into Class 1A. And I'm changing Hagakure's quirk to the Cheshire Cat quirk. I prefer her as the Cheshire Cat, even though that's fucking creepy. Especially since I fucking am terrified of the Cheshire Cat's smile. That shit's fucking creepy. And she has the Cheshire Cat quirk in all my what ifs. So she's still in the background. She's still a background character, but she has the Cheshire Cat quirk, so she gets into 1A no matter what. Because she's very powerful. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you guys liked it, comment, subscribe, like it. I'm putting the link to the Discord in the description. Hopefully you guys join the Discord. We got a leveling system and a ranking system so you guys can really tell who the top 10 criminals are. And I'm going to be checking every Saturday. Yeah, I'm going to try to check every Saturday and change it every Sunday. So, talk to you guys later.